Did you know some of your favorite R&B stars from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s have completely transformed? From Sisqó, once the platinum-haired hitmaker behind Thong Song, now living a quiet life far from the spotlight, to Cassie, who disappeared from the charts only to resurface in explosive headlines involving Diddy, these R&B stars had it all. But time doesn't wait for anyone. And some of these singers, you won't believe what they look like now. Let's take a walk down memory lane and try not to gasp when you see number 7. Number 1. Sisqó. Back in the early 2000s, Sisqó was everywhere. He exploded onto the scene with his hit single Thong Song, and suddenly everyone knew who he was. His high-energy performances, bright platinum blonde hair, and over-the-top flashy bling made him one of the most recognizable R&B stars of the era. He was bold, stylish, and full of swagger, the guy who made singing about underwear a global sensation. Fans couldn't get enough. His look was wild, his dance moves were sharp, and his confidence was off the charts. At the time, it felt like Sisqó was going to dominate the music world for years to come. But fast forward to now, and many fans are shocked by how much he's changed. Sisqó still performs mostly at nostalgic throwback concerts, but if you saw him today, you might not immediately recognize him. The platinum hair? Gone. The heavy chains and wild outfits? A thing of the past. These days, Sisqó rocks a more low-key, mature style. He's kept himself in shape and still has the energy, but his once iconic look has faded into memory. For some fans, it's hard to believe this calm, clean-cut man is the same wild star from the Thong Song era. Still, his voice and stage presence remain. And even if he's not dressed in silver jumpsuits anymore, Sisqó's legacy in R&B is here to stay. Number 2. Ashanti. Ashanti was once crowned the princess of R&B, and it was clear why. She took over the music scene with unforgettable songs like Foolish, Happy, and her hit collaborations with Ja Rule that instantly became classics. Her voice, full of soul and sweetness, helped her become one of the biggest names in music. Ashanti wasn't just a singer. She was a true sensation. She won a Grammy, topped the Billboard charts, and became one of the most recognized stars in the industry. At the height of her career, Ashanti had that fresh-faced, girl-next-door beauty that fans couldn't get enough of. She was the picture of youthful energy and charm. Fast forward to today, and Ashanti, now in her 40s, looks almost the same, if not better. It's hard to believe how little she's aged. Her skin is flawless, her body is toned, and she exudes confidence every time she steps out in public. Whether she's walking the red carpet or posting photos on social media, fans are always amazed by how radiant she looks. Some even say she looks more beautiful now than she did in her 20s. If you thought Ashanti looked stunning during her chart-topping years, wait until you see her today. Her transformation is so impressive that it makes you do a double take. It's almost impossible to believe that someone can look this good after all these years. With her timeless beauty and undeniable grace, Ashanti has proven that some things, like her glow, only get better with time. Number 3. Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown was once the heartbeat of R&B. As a member of New Edition in the 1980s, his energy and stage presence helped launch the group into superstardom. But it was his solo career in the late 80s and early 90s that made him a household name. With smash hits like My Prerogative and Every Little Step, Bobby was known for his swagger, his voice, and his smooth dance moves. He was dubbed the bad boy of R&B, and fans couldn't get enough. But behind the fame, Bobby's life began spiraling. His high-profile marriage to Whitney Houston, once seen as a power couple moment, became tabloid chaos filled with drug use, public fights, and arrests. His addiction struggles took a major toll on both his career and his health. Tragedy continued to follow him with the devastating deaths of Whitney, his daughter Bobby Christina, and his son Bobby Jr. When fans saw Bobby Brown in recent years, many were stunned. His once fit body had changed dramatically. The charisma was still there, but the years of pain and hardship were visible. He looked like a man who had lived through storms most of us couldn't imagine. Though he's made efforts to return to music and even joined the New Edition reunion tour, it's clear Bobby is no longer the same performer. Still, fans hold on to hope, wondering if the king of R&B will rise once more, or if we're just witnessing the long shadow of what once was. All right, ready for another jaw-dropper? Trust me, number 4 is going to hit you hard, because this transformation is something you have to see to believe. Number 4, Faith Evans. Faith Evans was one of the most iconic voices of 1990s R&B. With her powerful vocals and emotional songs like Love Like This and Soon As I Get Home, she quickly rose to fame and became known as the First Lady of Bad Boy Records. Her voice, her look, and her confidence made her a standout during one of the most competitive eras in music. But in recent years, fans were left stunned when Faith appeared at a public event looking almost unrecognizable. The woman who once graced album covers with her smooth, honey blonde hair, natural beauty, and glowing skin now looked dramatically different. Her facial features appeared altered, leading many to wonder if she'd undergone cosmetic procedures or was simply aging in a way fans weren't prepared to see. Social media was buzzing with reactions. Some fans expressed concern, while others rushed to defend her, saying that beauty changes with age and that Faith still looked amazing, just different. After all, it's been nearly 3 decades since she first broke into the industry. Her transformation might have shocked the world, but it also reminded us just how long Faith has been in the game and how much she's endured. Number 5, Genuine. Back in the late 90s and early 2000s, Genuine was the definition of smooth. With his hit song Pony, a chiseled body, flawless skin, and hypnotic dance moves, he had fans swooning every time he hit the stage. His seductive voice and R&B swagger made him one of the most talked about male artists of his time. Women adored him, men wanted to be him, and he was everywhere from music charts to TV appearances. But lately, fans have been doing a double take when they see him. At a recent public appearance, Genuine looked very different from the sex symbol people remembered. His face appeared fuller, his features changed, and the confident sparkle in his eye seemed to have faded just a little. Naturally, fans began asking questions. Is this simply the result of aging, or could something more be going on? Genuine, now in his 50s, has admitted to dealing with stress, health issues, and even past struggles with depression and anxiety. Some sources have even claimed he suffered a medical scare during a stage stunt. Add the toll of time, and you've got a transformation that feels shocking, especially to fans who remember the Pony days. While he may not look exactly the same, one thing remains true. Genuine is still performing, still singing, and still making fans feel something, just in a different way now. Number 6, Cassie Ventura. Cassie Ventura became a star almost overnight in 2006 with her sultry debut single, Me and You. With her smooth voice, stunning beauty, and sleek style, she wasn't just a singer. She became a fashion icon and muse in the R&B world. Fans admired her effortless grace and quiet confidence. But after a few more songs and modeling projects, Cassie slowly faded from the spotlight, living a seemingly low-key life while dating music mogul Sean Diddy Combs for over a decade. Then, in 2023, everything changed. Cassie shocked the world when she filed a bombshell lawsuit against Diddy, accusing him of years of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse. The details were disturbing, painting a very different picture from the glamorous life fans had assumed she was living. Just one day after filing, the case was suddenly settled privately, leaving many with unanswered questions. Still, Cassie's brave decision to come forward sent shockwaves through the industry. It reignited conversations about power, control, and the hidden abuse that can exist behind closed doors, especially in the entertainment world. Fans rallied around her, praising her for speaking her truth after years of silence. Cassie's story reminded everyone that even the most flawless images on the surface can hide deep emotional wounds underneath. What seemed like a fairy tale was a painful journey, one that Cassie is finally reclaiming on her terms. But hold up, you've seen Cassie's change. Now wait till you see what happened to number 7. This one's a game changer. Number 7. Tevin Campbell. Back in the 1990s, Tevin Campbell was a big name in R&B. He had a smooth voice that could melt hearts, and his hit song, Can We Talk, became a classic. Teenagers loved him, and adults admired his talent. He had the looks, the voice, and the charm, everything needed to become a star. People believed he was going to be the next big thing in music. But after a few years at the top, Tevin slowly disappeared from the spotlight. He stopped releasing music regularly, and fans began to wonder what happened to him. For a long time, Tevin stayed quiet and lived a more private life. Then, years later, he made a surprise return. But when fans saw him again, they were shocked. His appearance had changed so much that some people didn't even recognize him. Gone was the fresh-faced teen from the 90s. Now he looked very different, older and more serious. Some fans were confused, while others were just happy to see him again. Even though his look changed, one thing stayed the same: his voice. Tevin can still sing just as beautifully as before. He's still got that special talent that made him famous. It's just that time has passed, and like all of us, he's grown older. Still, hearing Can We Talk live from Tevin Campbell again, that's something fans never get tired of. Number 8. Monica. Monica first became famous with her hit song, Don't Take It Personal. She was just a teenager, but her strong voice and emotional songs made her stand out. People loved her honest lyrics about love, heartbreak, and real-life struggles. She quickly became one of the queens of R&B, alongside artists like Brandy and Aaliyah. Her music touched fans all over the world, and her talent was clear from the start. As the years went on, Monica faced many ups and downs in her personal life. She dealt with heartbreak, the loss of loved ones, and the pressure of growing up in the spotlight. Still, she kept going and kept making music. Her strength and faith helped her through the hard times, and she never gave up on her passion for singing. But recently, when Monica appeared on the red carpet, many fans were surprised by how different she looked. Some people didn't even recognize her at first. Her face seemed more sculpted, her style more high fashion, and her whole vibe had changed. Whispers started online. Is that really Monica? Even though her appearance has changed, many fans believe it shows how much she's grown. Monica has been through a lot, and her transformation seems to reflect a woman who has found her power and confidence. She still sings with the same passion, and now she carries herself with the strength of someone who's seen life, survived it, and come out stronger. Number 9. Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese Gibson first stole hearts as an R&B singer in the late 90s. His smooth voice and good looks made him an instant star. Hits like Sweet Lady and Lately showed off his soulful side, and fans couldn't get enough. Then he made a big move to Hollywood, joining the Fast and Furious movies as Roman Pierce. He became even more famous, known for his charm and sense of humor on screen. But behind the scenes, life wasn't always smooth for Tyrese. Over the years, he's opened up about his struggles, fighting for custody of his daughter, dealing with financial troubles, and sharing emotional breakdowns on social media. In 2017, fans were shocked when he posted tearful videos online, pleading for peace in his family life. Many people felt heartbroken seeing him in so much pain. As time passed, fans started noticing big changes in his appearance. Tyrese looked more tired, more stressed, and not like the upbeat guy they once knew. Some wondered if the pressure of fame had taken a toll on him. He still sings and acts, but he's not always in the spotlight like before. People often ask, is Tyrese okay? While he's still talented and loved by many, it's clear that fame hasn't been easy. His transformation isn't just about looks, it's about life, pain, and trying to stay strong in front of the world. The next star on our list has completely reinvented themselves. No other person but number 10, Maya. Maya was one of the biggest R&B stars in the late 1990s and early 2000s. She became famous with hits like Case of the X and My Love Is Like Whoa. Fans loved her sweet voice, her smooth dance moves, and her beautiful looks. At that time, she was everywhere, on music charts, music videos, red carpets, and even in movies like Chicago. But after a few years, Maya seemed to step away from the spotlight. She didn't disappear completely, but she wasn't showing up at big award shows or releasing songs on major labels like before. Some people thought she had retired or faded away quietly. But Maya had a different plan. She chose to go independent. She started releasing music on her own, away from big record companies, and stayed true to her style. Then she surprised everyone. When fans recently saw new photos of her, they were shocked, in a good way. Maya, now in her 40s, still looks like she's in her mid-20s. Her skin is glowing, she's in amazing shape, and her energy is just as youthful as ever. People couldn't stop asking, what's her secret? Maya has shared that she follows a vegan lifestyle, stays away from alcohol, and focuses on self-care. It turns out she wasn't hiding. She was just living a quiet, healthy life on her own terms. And now that she's back in the spotlight, fans are more impressed than ever. Number 11, Cherish. Remember the catchy hit Do It To It from the early 2000s? That upbeat anthem had clubs jumping, and the group behind it, Cherish, was everywhere. Made up of 4 sisters, Cherish brought sass, energy, and unforgettable hooks. For a while, it seemed like they were going to be the next big thing in R&B. But just as quickly as they rose to fame, Cherish disappeared. The music stopped, the spotlight faded, and fans were left wondering what happened. Over time, the sisters chose different paths. Some started families, while others simply stepped back from the industry. The group quietly drifted apart, and their music became a throwback favorite rather than a current hit. Years later, fans were shocked when they finally caught a glimpse of the sisters again. Gone were the bold outfits and flashy videos. Instead, the women looked more mature, calm, and private, living normal lives away from the cameras. Some fans even said they had to take a second look to recognize them. Then came a surprise. One of the sisters reappeared on TikTok, and longtime fans couldn't contain their excitement. The comments were filled with love, memories, and plenty of "I used to dance to this." Even though Cherish isn't topping the charts today, their glow-up has people talking. They've grown, changed, and lived life their way, and that's a different kind of success. From group transformations to solo stunners, number 12 is up next, and their change? You're not ready for it. Number 12, Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton has always been known for her beauty, powerful voice, and unforgettable songs like Unbreak My Heart. She was one of the biggest R&B stars of the 90s and early 2000s, winning Grammy Awards and touching hearts around the world. But in recent years, fans were stunned when they saw how much she had changed. Toni has been open about her serious health issues. She's been living with lupus, an autoimmune disease that affects the body's organs and energy levels. The illness can cause weight loss, swelling, and even hair thinning. After being rushed to the hospital a few times, many fans feared the worst. When she returned to the public eye, her thinner frame and different look made headlines. People wondered if her appearance was because of her health or other personal struggles. Some thought she looked unrecognizable, while others praised her for staying strong and still performing despite the pain. Toni admitted in interviews that she's had to fight every day to stay healthy. She's also talked about how scary lupus can be and how close she came to having a heart attack. But one thing hasn't changed: her spirit. Toni Braxton is still a queen in the eyes of her fans. She continues to sing, inspire, and share her story. Her transformation may have shocked people, but it also shows how strong she is. Toni's journey is a reminder that beauty and power go far beyond appearances. Number 13, Taira Marie. Taira Marie was once expected to be the next big name in music. At just 16 years old, she was signed to Jay-Z's Rockefeller label, which was a huge opportunity. Her debut album came out, and people were excited about her future. But after that first album, she suddenly disappeared from the music scene. Fans were left wondering what happened to her. Years later, Taira resurfaced on reality TV, joining the cast of Love and Hip Hop. Unfortunately, her time on the show wasn't just about music. She became caught up in personal drama and arguments with other cast members, which only seemed to push her further away from the success she once had. In recent years, Taira has been in the news for even more struggles. She's been involved in legal battles, especially with rapper 50 Cent, and has faced challenges in her personal life. These battles have made her life even more public and difficult to watch. Today, fans who once admired her don't always recognize Taira. She's visibly changed, emotionally drained at times, and nowhere near the rising star she once was. Her journey from hopeful success to personal struggles shows how quickly fame can turn into something else, and how the pressures of life can change even the brightest stars. Number 14. Tank. Tank has always been a favorite in the world of R&B, known for his smooth voice and hit songs like Please Don't Go and When We. Over the years, he's earned a loyal fan base, and his music continues to inspire many. However, recently, fans have started to notice a big change in his appearance. Tank, now in his 40s, has faced some serious health challenges. These struggles have taken a visible toll on his body, and it's been hard for fans not to notice the difference. From his face to his figure, the changes are hard to ignore. Some fans have been shocked by how much he's changed, while others have expressed concern, wondering if these health issues are a wake-up call for the artist. Despite these challenges, Tank is still out there performing and making music. His dedication to his craft hasn't wavered, but it's clear that age and health have left their mark. Some people feel sad to see the change, especially when they remember the younger Tank, full of energy and vitality. But even with the physical differences, Tank's talent hasn't disappeared. He's still got the voice that made him famous. Fans hope that Tank continues to take care of himself and keeps sharing his music with the world. While the changes are clear, many believe that his legacy in R&B is far from over and that there's still more greatness ahead. Number 15 is coming up, and trust me, you won't believe how far Blue Cantrell has come. Ready for the surprise? Number 15, Blue Cantrell. Blue Cantrell was a big name in the early 2000s, especially with her hit song, Hit 'Em Up Style, Oops. The song became an anthem for women who wanted to stand up for themselves after a breakup. She had a strong voice and a bold style that made her unforgettable. Blue was known for her wild energy and confidence, which made her one of the most popular R&B stars at the time. Fans loved her, and she was always in the spotlight. But now, Blue Cantrell is almost unrecognizable. Her transformation has been so dramatic that many fans can barely believe it's the same person. Over the years, she stepped away from the music scene, and when she made a return, she looked different. Blue's appearance changed in ways that made people wonder what happened to her. She doesn't have the same look or vibe that made her famous in the early 2000s. Some of her fans have speculated that her change is due to personal struggles, including issues with her health and the pressures of fame. But what's clear is that Blue's appearance has completely shifted. She looks older, and her style has become much more subdued compared to her bold, confident persona from her heyday. It's strange for fans who remember her from her prime, but one thing is certain, Blue Cantrell isn't the same woman she was when Hit 'Em Up Style was on top of the charts. Number 17, Keyshia Cole. Keyshia Cole was once the queen of R&B with hits like Love and I Should Have Cheated, making her a household name. She had the kind of voice that could make you feel every word, and her fiery personality made her stand out in the music industry. Fans loved her realness and her unapologetic approach to her music and life. However, over the years, Keyshia's life took some unexpected turns. She went through personal struggles, including a tough marriage and public feuds, which made headlines. But it wasn't just the drama that changed her. Cassie also made some changes to her appearance, including surgeries which fans couldn't help but notice. Her transformation was so noticeable that some fans found it hard to recognize the same woman they once adored. Though Cassie still has her powerful voice and can still bring the heat when she performs, her new look and different attitude have sparked some mixed reactions. While she's still an amazing artist, many wonder if she's the same Cassie Cole they fell in love with years ago. Is the woman we see now the same one who captured our hearts with songs about heartbreak and strength? The changes in her appearance and personal life have made fans think twice. But one thing's for sure, Cassie Cole is still as talented as ever, even if she looks and acts a little different than before. Hold tight, because Mario's up next. His transformation is something you won't want to miss. Number 18. Mario. Mario is an R&B singer who first became famous in the early 2000s with his hit song Let Me Love You. His smooth voice and catchy tunes made him a star. He was known for his youthful charm and impressive vocal skills, and fans couldn't get enough of him. His career seemed to be taking off with albums that sold well and performances that impressed audiences everywhere. However, like many artists, Mario's career hit a few bumps along the way. He faced struggles in his personal life and his music slowed down. For a while, it seemed like Mario had disappeared from the spotlight. Fans were left wondering what happened to the talented young singer they once loved. His music career took a break, and he didn't release any new albums for a few years. His absence left many fans feeling disappointed and curious about where he had gone. But recently, Mario made a surprise comeback. He started releasing new music again, showing fans that he still had what it took to make an impact in the R&B world. He even performed at a few high-profile events, giving fans a taste of his old magic. But when Mario showed up in public again, many fans were shocked by his appearance. He looked completely different from the smooth, young star they remembered. His face had changed, and his style was more mature. It was clear that time had passed, but it was hard for some fans to believe that this was the same person who once sang, "Let Me Love You." Some fans struggled to recognize him, and his transformation became a big topic of conversation. Despite the changes in his appearance, Mario's voice and talent were still undeniable. His comeback reminded everyone that he was more than just his looks. His music still had the power to touch people, even if his physical appearance was different than before. Mario proved that no matter how much things change, real talent can always shine through. Number 19. LaToya Luckett. LaToya Luckett was once a rising star in one of the biggest girl groups of all time, Destiny's Child. She sang alongside Beyoncé and Kelly Rowland during the early days of the group. But after drama behind the scenes, she was replaced and left the spotlight for a while. Many people thought that was the end of her career. But LaToya didn't give up. She came back strong as a solo artist in the mid-2000s. Her hit songs like Torn showed fans she had both the voice and the talent to stand on her own. She was beautiful, confident, and full of energy. People loved her new music, and she even tried acting in TV shows and movies. Then, for a while, she disappeared again. Life got busy. She became a mother, went through a public divorce, and dealt with personal challenges. When she finally returned to the public eye, fans were shocked. Some said she looked completely different. Her appearance had changed. Her face seemed more sculpted, and people began asking if she'd had cosmetic surgery. Others said it was just aging and stress. No matter what caused the change, people couldn't stop talking about it. Was it the years, the pain she went through, or something more? Even though she looks different now, one thing hasn't changed: LaToya's strength. She's still standing, still singing, and still pushing forward. Her transformation may have surprised fans, but her talent and resilience are still very clear. And now, let's wrap up with the one and only Craig David. This final transformation is something you've got to see to believe. Number 20. Craig David. Craig David was one of the biggest R&B stars in the early 2000s. With hits like Fill Me In and 7 Days, he was everywhere. His smooth voice, catchy beats, and good looks made him a heartthrob for many. He quickly became one of the most recognized names in R&B, and fans couldn't get enough of him. But now, things have changed. Over the years, Craig David's appearance has gone through a noticeable transformation, and fans are having a hard time recognizing him. His once youthful face and fresh look have evolved, and he no longer looks like the same singer from the 2000s. While time affects everyone, his recent appearance has left many wondering if the changes are due to age, lifestyle, or something else. Despite the changes in his look, Craig David is still active in the music scene. He continues to perform, release new songs, and even collaborates with other artists. His fans may have been shocked by his new appearance, but they still love the music he creates. It's clear that while he may not look the same, his talent remains strong. Fans still hold a special place for the Craig David they knew, but now it's hard not to notice the difference when they see him today. Which transformation shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more surprises.